I just want to start by sharing with you the evolution happened to the partnership program of Aurum since we introduced the new legacy level last last June in Antalya, June 2025, and the execution started in August 2025. And then from there, we take it up and keep moving by developing this amazing partnership program. It happens to align the rank logic, simplify the qualification framework, and update the whole established to be scalable long-term building. Okay, based on that, okay, Aurum update the qualification condition to a certain rank where they're supposed to be updated long time back since August, but the update didn't affect those two ranks for a couple of reasons, because number one, we wanted a lot of people to have a very fast kickoff, and most important, due to the success happened in this legacy program, we made some amendment where it makes it more effective when it comes to longevity, and more important for you to be able to build a healthy, big structure where allow you to make the most benefit out of our special partnership program. So what is the legacy level update? I spoke about it, but tonight I'm going to confirm it for once and all so you understand how it's going to work and already get started and executed, okay? So here we can start by, okay, let me do this here. So it is like, okay. Okay, so when we talk about the Vanguard update, you need to understand you are required to have two Voyager in two different legs, two different branches, okay? Two Voyager in two different branches. I'll make it clear. So in order to make it clear again, for once and for all, if you understand what I'm saying here, please type 5 on the chat. Vanguard required two Voyager in two different legs. Okay, that's amazing. Okay. Okay. Good. Let me. Okay, someone is writing one. Trying to be funny, or you didn't understand? Okay, I think he's trying to be funny, which is fine. Okay, one, that's mean he agree. So if you want to hit the Vanguard rank, you need to have a Voyager in two different branches, which is supposed to be totally easy for any community leader to build the structure. Now, Vanguard Pro, it requires two Vanguard Aurum in two different branches. That's simple. Nothing less or more, beside, of course, the other condition of the criteria. I'm talking about now the condition of the structure. If you understand that Vanguard Pro required two Vanguard in two different branches, also type 5 in the chat. Super amazing. I love. Okay, good. Okay. So now we're going to move to the share pool bonus. Okay, we've been, since the new legacy update evolution, for you to really understand, because many people, they might say like, listen, Ahmad, you have updated some criteria for the ranks. Maybe it's not easier like before, and maybe it's complicated than before. It doesn't matter. The most important thing you need to understand, both whatever this update or the share pool bonus update, the whole legacy level revolution was in the side on the sake of the community, because the company successfully managed to add the shareholder pool bonus. Those people who really works very hard and achieve highest rank, starting from Oracle and above, okay? So if you are achieving this rank, Oracle and above, during the qualification of every pool, which is happening every 90 days, which already started immediately after Dubai event, and the qualification end for that share, the coming share pool bonus, it will be end by November 28th. So if you want to qualify for the coming shareholder pool bonus, which was paying very well when I announced it in Dubai, which I'm going to show it to you now, you need to be Oracle and above before 28th of February 2026. So last share pool bonus we distributed in Phuket in Thailand. It was like 59 partners, $70K out from the $4 million total bonus, which is their 3.17, okay? And we distributed in a way Oracle, Prime, Elite, Magnet, all these rank had earned. Now, the new share pool bonus, which we announced in Dubai, where people qualified by the end of November for it, last November, there was the total pool 9 million, distribute the percentage over 77 of the leaders, okay, of the Aurum Oracle, which was their percentage 0.15. So every user get $189. The second tier, it was for, 1 second. My presentation is stuck, sorry guys. Okay, so I already spoke about the Oracle. The Prime, there was 38 partner, where each one get $512, which the total pool percentage was 0.2. Okay, the Elite, there was only 16 Elite in this pool, which we distribute among them 0.25% out of the share pool bonus, and everyone got $1,520. The rank after that, okay, it was the Methods. There was 6 Aurum partner, okay, where they receive a distribution the higher is the rank, the less people they become. So I believe you just need to work harder to get the highest rank, so you get paid very well every 90 days. And even go higher and higher in the rank to earn more and more to February 2026. And one more thing we announced in Dubai, which was the coming incentive trip, Maldives exclusive leadership event, which will have a fully access invitation on only format. Only you need to qualify for this event. There is only 150 room, or I don't want to call it spot. There is 150 accommodation. Okay, so it's a very limited number, and it is going to be very special. There will be strategic leadership session, high level alignment and decision making, premium networking with a top earner, and more and more. So we had created 2 types of qualification. Qualification number 1 is for the networker, those people who are the leader of the community building big. It's not about direct sale. If you manage to make $250,000 sales, achieve in a up to 7 level of direct. Let me say it properly. It doesn't have to do anything with your rank. We don't care what is your rank. Nexus, Vanguard, Voyager, this is not the case. If you made a sales volume within a 7 level of $250,000, then you got receive an invitation for 2 people, full access to the official event program, and flight reimbursement of $1,500. And to make it to VIB, if you made $500,000 sale in a 7 level, then you will be treated as a VIB privilege and get a ticket reimbursement of $2,500. What about the other 100 spots? It can be for everyone by achieving direct sale. Either 50K, which you got the invitation for 2 with a flight money of $1,500, or you make a direct sales, which is direct from your user, $100,000, either from person, 10%, 20%, doesn't matter. It must be $100,000. You will be treated as a VIB and make $2,500 flight money exclusive VIB privileges. Okay? The point is, guys, this qualification it will end once the seated are full, which is, you don't believe. I'm announcing this exclusive leadership event. The power of association. Number two, reunion. Number three, having the ability to contact with everyone from the corporate. Number four, meeting your partner from all over the world. Number five, get the energy, get the power, get the knowledge, be the first to know, and be someone legacy level update. This is when it comes to the share pool bonus. I wish everyone made it to Oracle and above before the end of February 2026. So you get paid, you get compensated, you become one of those standing in a room Hall of Fame. More importantly, I wish that we can take more people, but this is Maldives. We are taking almost the whole island. There is not a single room we will not be taking. 150 place for you people. So, and we distribute the qualification between networker and direct seller, so everyone get the chance to be there. Okay. Last but not least, I need to confirm on something. There is a couple of call, either me or Mr. Bryan Benson, we have speaking about a whole update of the infrastructure of Aurum Foundation system to make it more faster, more practical. And the good things, we are booming. There's a lot, a huge number of users are joining every day. I wanted to imagine the moment I'm talking to you, how many users are uploading, how many users are withdrawing, how many users are refreshing the page, how many users are checking their partnership program, how many action happening in a fraction of a second, which is supposed to be okay, especially we are one of the biggest fintech company. Okay, but now we are upgrading, scaling up the system, and we told you that there will be some limitation when it comes to payout time. And I need to emphasize something very important. Since day one, Aurum Foundation made it clear, payout it's up to 72 hours. And why is that? For such a days where you need to update the system, where you need to do something related to the payout payroll, okay? And you need to understand something. It's a huge number of transactions. It takes a little time. Okay, what was before, it was manageable to be done within 24 to 48 hours, but now the file of payment is very big. It's taking time, much than before, because even the team keeps checking up those transactions to make sure it is paid properly, not someone hacked into your account somehow or transferred to a wrong, whatever, all the things come with that. So I'm not justifying the payout time, but it was communicated from day one to manage expectation. It's going to be up to 72 hours, and the team is working now hard. So in the next week, it will start to be shorter, shorter, shorter. Then it will be back even like before and better. Okay, this is very important for you to know. Now, very important update on the card service, which will be published in the social media. Okay, those who receive physical card from Antalya and Phuket, we are facing, okay, some issue, newly issue, we are facing an issue, technical update has been identified for a limit number of those cards, affected 58 users. And especially those people are sending a complaint to the support team that they are not able to upload money. Okay, each affected user will receive a newly issued physical card during replacement process, and virtual card will be provided and can be used without limitation. If you are located in Dubai, please communicate to support. I'll make sure you get the card by hand before you leave. If you are located outside Dubai, express delivery, especially for those people only for the new physical card. So will be arranged for you to replace it. And of course, the fund is always there and there is nothing to worry about. Okay. During the update period, please continue using your virtual card. There is nothing wrong about it. Okay. And we thank you very much for your understanding. Okay. So before I give the mic to it was great to meet all of you guys. uh, if it will not be in 7 level, but outcome to 50,000 use person and no, I didn't understand here. Maximum within a 7 level of direct, the sales volume must be 2,000, 250,000. So either you do the volume by the network or you do the direct sell, 50K or 100K. Okay? Okay. Uh, okay. No power. Holga, please send support. Okay, whatever is the issue, virtual or physical card. But I'm just communicating regarding the physical card. Yes, 7 generation down. Absolutely. Okay, absolutely. Guys, please, just not to complicate it. I'm gonna stop the chat. I'm sorry. I just made it clear those 58 users who received the card in Fortan Antalya. Any other issues, please send to support to work it out. I will not be able to answer each and every one. Whatever is it, just send it to support. We will take care of it. Okay? So without any further delay, okay, I just want to bring our amazing CEO, Mr. Bryan Benson, and he have a lot to share with you. So my advice to you, hold pen and paper, okay? And get ready so you will be able to understand the level, okay, of Aurum Foundation are preparing for the coming years with the new announcement and all the things happening around the company, inside the company, okay? So we are all listening to our amazing CEO. Hello, Bryan, are you here?
Yes, yes. Hello, hello, my friend. How are you?
Mess me already. Did you mess me already?
I did. It's only been a few hours and I'm already missing you deeply, my friend. So let's uh
Okay.
let's
Yeah,
say
yeah, he
hello to
will
each
share
other.
with you something. We've been up to something together, okay? So he will give you some hint. I don't want to take much more time because we have more speakers today. We are bringing amazing people to the company. So, Bryan, the mic and the camera is yours. Thank you
Okay,
very
well,
much.
can you see my screen? Just give me a yes if you can see it, please, Ahmed.
Sorry?
You can see the screen?
Yeah, yeah, I can see it. Just go ahead.
Okay, cool. Well, hello, everyone. As mentioned, Ahmed, thank you very much for the very kind and warm introduction. My name is Bryan Benson. As you all know, I'm one of the executives and part of the corporate team and the CEO. And it was an amazing, amazing weekend that we just got finished with. So I wish everyone could be there that's on this call, that's in the organization, that's part of the team. That wasn't possible this time. So what I'd like to do is go ahead.
I just want to make sure of something so people didn't get it wrongly. I'm not justifying again about the payout time. It's going to be even faster. You can speak about it, please, Bryan, okay? Fine. About the period 72, 48 hours, and 24 hours. Okay? So it's going to be even maximum, the maximum faster as much as possible, as soon as possible. Okay? There is nothing wrong about it. So if you can add more on it, Bryan, it will be amazing. Thank you. Sorry for interrupting.
Okay, absolutely. Well, as mentioned, let me dive into a few of the things that I'd like to talk about. We can touch on a little bit about what the times are on the deposits and the withdrawals and these kinds of things. But I think it's important to remember that Aurum is a new company. We've been building this technology now for several years, but we've launched it to the network and we've seen amazing, amazing growth over the last several months. And so we are currently upgrading most of our systems so that we can have a faster delivery of the funds when they're taken out, when they're sent to the card, when they're deposited, when they're withdrawn completely, and all of these things. So I think you can start to see some better times coming. We're working very, very hard to make sure that this is going to be improved. But that being said, we do have a very, very clear 72-hour commitment to be able to withdraw these funds. And so I think it's important to understand why we do this. One of the key reasons is that, for example, in the Zeus AI bot, we have live active trades going. And sometimes it's very, very difficult for us to just immediately, from 1 second to the other, wind these trades down should more withdrawal requests come in than we're able to process on an immediate basis, right? And so that's why we give ourselves the 72-hour window to be able to help our community understand what the time frame is and then perform within that time frame. So I have several examples across the board of these things working very, very well. I've gone to some of the top leaders and asked them what their experiences are. And across the board, we've seen that the withdrawals are happening within the time frame that they need to be. As Ahmed mentioned, we had some hiccups with the card deposits. So if some of you are seeing a little bit of lag on that, more than the 72 hours, that's something, again, that we are working on directly with our vendor to be able to cut that out. But we believe that in the next several weeks here, we should be able to get this all smoothed out so we will not have any more time constraints on any of the things that we're doing, and we can bring these to you faster than normal, not slower than what we would like to. So that being said, I'd like to dive in a little bit to what we're talking about at the event. I think it's very important for those of you that were not there to have an understanding of what is happening within the business. We made some really, really exciting announcements that you may have seen in the Telegram group or you may be aware of, but I would also like to make those announcements here on this call as well so that everyone is on the same page, whether you are at the event or not, you have the same information. And we will make these slides available for those of you that would like to use them, translate them, didn't understand them the first time, you could take a deeper look at them. So I don't want to go too much into my background. I think a lot of you know me. I'm ex-Morgan Stanley, ex-Binance, been doing fintech for most of my career and absolutely love it. The opportunities are amazing. The growth that we're going to be seeing in AI finance in the coming years, I believe is going to be, absolutely astronomical. And I think what we're seeing with AI today, whether it be finance or not, is the defining technology of our generation and possibly of history. And I think it's something that we really, really need to pay a lot of attention to. I was watching an interview from Davos, Switzerland, where they're having the big summits and the big financial meetings this week. And the CEO of Anthropic, which was one of the top institutional AI companies, was talking about how he believes that this technology, AI, will be more powerful than any other technology that's ever been introduced into the history of the world. And that every cycle, it's getting shorter and shorter and shorter, the development time that it takes to get to these things. So it's a very, very exciting time, not only to be alive, but to be working in AI and specifically to be working in the AI finance. I think it's just, I feel so honored and so blessed to be able to be a part of this movement, to be a leader in this space, that I really want everyone to understand how monumental it is, what time in history we're living, and how exciting it is what we have. So I will move on because I have a lot of information that I would like to cover. I have two people that I will bring on to introduce as well a little bit later in the call. These are two people that I personally recruited myself and have agreed to join the company and help us upscale our leadership, our quality of corporate team, and I couldn't be more excited to have these people on board. So let's get right into it. Without further ado, I'd like to speak a little bit about the slides that I presented at the event. So one of the things that we've been very, very, very excited about this year is the Forbes information. Now, Forbes, as you know, is a major, major publication in the world. It's one of the most respected financial publications that there is out there. And Forbes did several different things with us. First of all, they invited me to the Forbes Executive Council, and I'm part of the finance division of the Executive Council. So this is a true honor for me to be able to represent Aurum on such a worldwide financial stage. I participated in high-level panels alongside blockchain leaders, along AI leaders, along fintech leaders, and the Forbes article that came out and this invitation to the Forbes Council were really votes of confidence from the market that what we're doing is a really amazing project. What we're doing is something that is being built to last, and that we're really trying to change a lot of lives with this technology. So couldn't be more thrilled with what has been happening. I will go into a brief summary of the 2025 year. And I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I think it's important for everyone to realize how successful we've been. This is a product that in 2025 performed as good or better than we were hoping. And you can see that the total result was 209.13%. So I think we need to give a big round of applause to the team, to the traders, to those that built this technology, but more importantly, to the leaders who have helped us grow this business. 209% is a phenomenal number. And as you can see, the average is around 17.5%. Now, here's a look at the 2025 monthly performance. And as you can see, we don't have a consistent, 15%, 17%. The bot does its thing, and sometimes it's 15.9, sometimes it's 16.6, it's 18.3, and you can see the numbers for yourself. So it was a really, really wonderful year. 2026 is shaping up to be another excellent year for us, but we still have a lot of work to do, and we have a long way to go. So thank you for everyone for the hard work, and let's keep going. Now, with regards to the Aurum EX AI bot, this also has been a wonderful product for us. We launched it in the first quarter of last year, so it's almost been a year now. And it has been performing magically as well for us. So total returns since launch have been 70%. Now, one thing that's really exciting about this bot is that there is no penalty for withdrawal. So this is something that is completely liquid. There is a 72-hour commitment for us to get the funds out of there. And so for those of you that do decide to take the funds out for whatever reason, to trade them, to pay for something, or to take them out and then put them back in as a different token, whether you had BTC and then you want to put Pepe in, please bear in mind that the commitment from our side is 72 hours. And so far we are very, very good at meeting that commitment. So thanks to all of you that helped build this and help promote this and have their cryptos in this. It's been a really wonderful product for us. As you can see, we've itemized the different pairs that we have in there. So the BNB has performed quite well, but really the Doge and the Pepe have our expectations and done very, very well. But BTC and ETH for such a strong, solid asset is actually a really, really amazing number to since the launch, 6% respectively. So we're doing it there. The 50,000 mark some days ago, almost a month ago now, a lot faster than most people think. And our goal by the end of this year is to have roughly 1 million users on the platform. So we're doing a really good job. We're over 90 million on the AI bots. The arbitrage results are more than 15 million. We've had tons of calls, tons of meetings. We had nearly 1,500 people at our 3 last events. So it's really been an amazing run for us in 2023 to 2025. And 2026 is where we really start to scale this thing into the next level. The next thing that I'd like to mention is that we are officially live on Google Play with our Aurum Neobank app. So what does that mean? That means you can go to the Google Play Store. You don't have to have, back office link. You don't have to have someone else's link. Anyone in the world can go to the Google Play Store, download the app, and start to use the product. So this is really exciting for us because we're trying to create a system where we have so many products and services, and not all of them rely on the affiliate model. Not all of them need to be used in conjunction with the link or with the direct selling model. And so I think it's really exciting for us. The iOS app is coming very soon. As you can see on this slide, we have in the final stages of approval with this and of passing the compliance and platform requirements by Apple. So this is another very exciting moment for us. I believe we should have that in the next 30 to 60 days across the line. But don't quote me on those numbers because sometimes Apple can be a little fickle and it's much more difficult to get something placed, especially a financial app, especially one that touches crypto, placed into the Apple Store than it is the Google Play Store. And so we're working very hard on that, and we feel like we're very close and excited to be able to announce that soon. Now, this is something that I want to talk about briefly because it was an exciting announcement that we had during the event, but we have a new product that's called Aurum Flow. Now, a lot of people looked up there, saw the video, and said, hey, what is Aurum Flow? How does it work? What's going on? But really at the base of it and in its essence, it's a very, very simple product to understand because what it does is it allows you to use your different communication channels, WhatsApp, Telegram, and Instagram in a way where AI is being implemented to help you manage conversations and never forget a follow-up, ensure that people have the right data and information without having to manually send it to them, and handle volumes that, quite frankly, can be really overwhelming at times. I think I did a little exercise and an experiment on my personal phone, and I sent the message to myself, and then I waited 30 minutes. And when I was done with those 30 minutes, that message was about 18 scrolls down for me. So that means I was receiving, hundreds of messages per half hour, which is, many hundreds of messages per hour. And so at some point we become saturated and we're not able to manage all of these messages. And with the AI product that we're introducing, the Aurum Flow product, you're able to leverage this technology to be able to help you answer messages in real time, break down what people are really looking for, send them the proper information at the proper time in their journey to onboard with Aurum, and help them get into the ecosystem, into the products, into the AI bot, into the platform, the back office, without having to do a lot of manual work. And so what this does for us is it provides an amazing amount of scalability so that we're able to help our leaders, help those that want to use these tools to be more effective, to be more efficient, and to sorry, my phone's ringing. Give me 1 second. Someone's at the door. Okay, so it's a really exciting product, and I can't wait to roll this out to everyone. Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry. Someone is at my door. I will. Okay, everyone, I'm back with you. Apologize there. So yeah, the Aurum Flow is an exciting product. We're really thrilled to be bringing this to you. It should be launching around mid-February. My goal is the 10th of February, but that's only a few more days to go. So la llave está ahí. All right, moving right along. Let's get to some of the other announcements that we have here. Give me 1 second. Now, one of the things that I want to stress on before I move on from Aurum Flow is why it's important. And I mentioned some of these things right now, but here you can have a slide that explains exactly what we see as the value of Aurum Flow. So first of all, it unifies all of your messaging channels across one single source of truth, right? So WhatsApp and Telegram are probably the two most widely used communication tools within our business. And oftentimes you're flipping back and forth. You can't remember which app someone sent you the message in. You can't remember what group it was inside of or what platform. And so this is really a tool that's able to help you a great deal act as a command layer that's AI powered that can answer in real time. So if someone says, hey, I would like to know more information about the product, the AI Aurum Flow bot will then take that request and you're able to set up templates inside of the product that allow you to have custom responses and allow you to give these responses directly without any interaction from yourself to the prospect or to the customer. You're able to give them videos, you're able to send them PDFs, you're able to do all sorts of really cool things in there. So this is a way for us to automate communication at scale. Now, this is really important because a lot of our leaders and a lot of the people in our affiliate model have told us, I have all this huge opportunity. It's really quite amazing, but I just can't keep up with the volume. And so this is a way for us to remove the manual bottlenecks and ensure that every interaction, first of all, goes answered, but secondly, follows the structure that our team and that our company and that our ecosystem message follows. So we're really keen on having consistent messaging, truthful messaging across all of our network, across all of our platforms, so that everyone with very little effort is able to have the exact same level of communication and support that the top leaders that have been doing this for 30, 40, 50 years do. So it's an exciting time. Please stay tuned for more on this. We'll be launching it very, very soon in a couple of weeks within the platform. And so please look out for this. Now, I want to show a video here real quickly. And I think this is something that you guys are going to enjoy seeing. So I'm going to go ahead and play the video. The video is not working. So I'm just going to move on and discuss a little bit about what the video says. So the next thing that I'd like to talk about is RWAs. So many of you know what this is. The initials stand for real world assets. But maybe some of you know what the words mean, but don't understand the full concept of it. And it's something that I've been really passionate about since I left Binance in 2022. And I think it's going to be a really, really huge opportunity for many people in the world, not only Aurum people, but everywhere around the world, to be able to participate in some of the strongest financial assets and non-financial assets around the world in a tokenized manner. And so what this means is that a real world asset is created by taking an asset. Let's take the example of real estate. You see that house in the background there. That house can be bought, can be tokenized, and then can be split up into many different tokens so people can buy a fraction of that house. And in its simplest form, that's what it is with any other type of asset, be that gold, be that financial instruments like stocks, bonds, private equity, private credit, debt, factoring invoices, things of this nature. But beyond that, there's a whole world of ways that we could use this technology. We've seen in the market people tokenizing casks of whiskey or expensive casks of wine, so that when you buy a fraction of that token, or excuse me, of that cask via a tokenized asset, so you buy one token out of 100,000 or 10,000 or 1,000 or whatever the number is, then you have access to the upside on that asset. So if you buy a tokenized whiskey or wine, let's say, and the cask costs $10,000, but by the time it's bottled and sold, it goes for $80,000 or $100,000. Well, the person that holds that token will realize the appreciation on that asset. So whatever the underlying asset behind that is, we call it real world because there are things that are out in the world today that people invest in. And what we're doing is we're bringing this on chain and giving people the opportunity to do it in a very simple and easy way with a click of a button. So if I wanted to invest in a piece of real estate tonight, for example, right, it would be very, very difficult for me to do. I could send money to someone. I could make a contract with someone very quickly, but with real world assets and the tokenized asset, you would be able to go onto a website, onto the Aurum exchange or onto the Aurum office and take a look at what the assets are that are available, let's say a property or an apartment or a house like the one you see there in the picture. And then you could decide what amount of money you'd like to invest in it. So even if it's $100 or $1,000 or $10,000, you could instantly buy that asset and then have ownership over that portion of the asset. So your ownership, and it wouldn't be the entire asset because you didn't pay the entire price for it, but it would be whatever the fraction of it is that you did. And this is represented by a token. Now, this is important for several different reasons. First of all, it allows for different types of capital to flow into these assets. So it's important on that level. But secondly, it's important because it creates a secondary market for some of these things. So if I bought this house tonight, if I had a lot of money and I'm like, okay, here's a check for 5 million dirhams, I just bought that house there. But then I decided tomorrow that I wanted to sell that house. It would be very, very difficult for me to liquidate that house tomorrow and get that money back into my account. Impossible, not difficult, impossible. So what does the tokenization allow for? It allows for people to have a secondary market where if I bought $10,000 of that house, there would be a marketplace, much like the Aurum exchange, where we would be able to then buy and sell these assets in fractionalized shares. And so it's really an exciting technology. Some of the biggest financial institutions out there are working very, very hard on this. And I think it's an exciting time. And so we're announcing real world assets. We've already announced the real estate one. We'll be making an announcement with a specific property and a specific developer here in Dubai in a very short time. But that being said, we had a very amazing meeting, myself and Ahmed and some of the other people that are involved in the corporate level. And we went and talked to them today, and it looks like we have a very good potential deal to be able to tokenize an exciting project here in Dubai. The next one that we're working on and that we'll be announcing the delivery date soon is tokenized gold. So gold is one of the oldest assets, one of the oldest safe havens for money out there when things go really bad in a lot of places, geopolitically, economies, inflation. A lot of people seek out gold and silver, but gold primarily, which has a much, much higher market cap, to be able to invest in. But if I bought those 5 gold bars there today, and then I had to get on a plane and go to the United States today, I wouldn't be able to take those with me. It would be very, very difficult to take those with me. And then if I needed to use the money that is inside of those things or that is represented by those gold bars, it would be very, very difficult for me to spend them. And that's the beauty of the RWA is that it is a fractional ownership of the gold where we're creating a liquid market for it. So you can have the gold one day, and if you decide you need to put it in something else, invest it, spend it, you can have it out the next day. Excuse me. The next thing that I'd like to talk about, and I notice I'm taking up a lot of time over here, so I want to move a little bit faster so that I can introduce the people that need to be introduced. But the next thing is the data centers. So we have been working on, and we're happy to announce that soon we'll be able to invest in data centers, in infrastructure, real live servers in a data center as an RWA tokenized asset as well. So this is exciting for many reasons. First of all, it provides physical compute power to Aurum and to our network. And you're able to take advantage of this. It's fully managed by Aurum. It's deployed in the data center. It's operated by Aurum and our data center partners. And the infrastructure then is able to make money for those that hold the token. So if you think about it, if you wanted to invest in a data center like the one you see in the picture, you'd have to buy your own servers, you'd have to install them, you'd have to maintain them, or you'd have to be an investor in the company behind it. But what we're doing is we're allowing for people with, very, very small amounts of money up to large amounts of money to be able to invest in these assets in a very real way and have them be liquid as well. So it's really exciting. It's extending the digital asset infrastructure into our platform, and we're bringing opportunities for people to invest in things that are outside of only cryptos, only yield products, equities, stocks, bonds, and things of that nature. So pretty exciting time here at Aurum. I think everyone can agree that this type of technology, tokenizing things that are traditional investment vehicles, is exciting for a lot of reasons. The other thing that I wanted to mention is that we do have an update on the regulatory efforts. We have a VASP license in Poland that we've been working on getting ready to be able to be involved in the KYC portions of the exchange. And so what I mean by this, and I want to be very clear about this, this doesn't mean that everything on the platform of Aurum is going to be run through the VASP license. And now they're changing the denomination of it. Instead of a virtual asset service provider license, which is what VASP stands for, virtual asset service provider, It's going to be called a CASP now, and this is a European Union framework change. But Aurum, within the next 6 months, is going to be transitioning a portion of our KYC exchange and the KYC cards through this CASP license. So those people in the European Union that would like to use a KYC regulated portion of our exchange, of our custody service, and of our card business will be able to do so. Now, let me be crystal clear. This does not affect our non-KYC business at all. This does not touch the Aurum Infinity card. This does not touch the portions of the exchange that are decentralized and operate outside of the boundaries of this. And so after I showed this slide on stage, I got a lot of questions from a lot of people about, hey, does this mean that now everything on Aurum is going to be here, there, or the other? And the answer is no. It's going to be segregated into a KYC, light KYC version, and a non-KYC version, much like we have today. So it's a very exciting time for Aurum because we have products and services for everyone out there. And in Europe, what's happening with MiCA, what's happening with the new regulations, while it's troublesome for many, there's still opportunities for all of us at Aurum to take advantage of both KYC and non-KYC products. So I think it's a really, really exciting update and very excited to bring that online. Someone else is going to talk about this right now, so I don't want to go into this too far, but the U.S. market entry is the next thing that I'd like to talk about, and I'm winding down my slides here and my discussion. So we're very, very focused on entering the largest and most influential financial and fintech market globally. And that happens to be the US market. And now in Silicon Valley, in New York, in Texas, in California, in Florida, in Chicago, there's many, many, many regulated large institutional capital. And we at Aurum want to be able to access this. And so Aurum is building a structured and compliant pathway to enter the US market. And so we're already very far down the road on this. We're working very hard on it. And we're excited to announce that we will be entering the US market very, very shortly. So, this is a little bit about the roadmap overview. Foundation phase has already happened. That's where we are. Regulatory alignment and growth of products and services is where we are today. I think it's important to add to that we are trying to improve the quality of the leadership within our corporate team. So I have some exciting announcements to make to the rest of the company right now. And then, market entry phase is 2027 and beyond, where we're going to be entering a compliant rollout of Aurum products and services in the US market, designed to scale and for long-term presence in the US market. So all that being said, really excited to be able to bring all this stuff to you guys. And yeah, that's about all I wanted to discuss today. And now I have the pleasure of introducing you to someone that's very near and dear to my heart. His name is Leonardo Galindez. We've hired him as the Chief Executive Officer for the Aurum Exchange. We announced this on stage. I think you may have seen it in the Telegram group if you were looking. But what Leo's specialty is, and I worked with him at Binance. He was our partner in Venezuela because at Binance we chose not to have a legal entity inside of Venezuela. And so Leo's exchange, Leo's mind, Leo's history and background helped us a great deal at Binance with our expansion into Venezuela, and it was one of our best markets in Latin America. And so I'd like to turn the floor over to him. Without further ado, please meet Leonardo Galindez, the new CEO for the Aurum Exchange.
Hi guys, pleasure to see you all here. Well, what a crowd. Amazing. Well, I'm very honored to be here. As Bryan said, I'm originally from Venezuela. I did my studies in England and then went to found the first regulated exchange in Venezuela. Also created a crypto mining operation in Venezuela that hosted more than 35,000 ASICs. That was about 2.1 Bitcoins per day. We had a capacity of 150 megawatts. It was a huge operation. That's where Bryan helped me out a lot because we managed to make a partnership with Binance. We managed to represent Binance in the country, and this is something that I'm very proud of. We also created the first exchange in Venezuela that had a crypto card program, and I think the only crypto card program that has ever been in the country, third card in the whole of Latin by MasterCard. So yeah, we managed to have around 300,000 users, and thousands of cards, hundreds of thousands of cards too. We were just a great operator in the country until the government decided not for us to be anymore. So I'm gonna talk to you really quick. I know you've been here long, so I'm gonna try to make it as quick as possible to tell you what the plans are for the exchange. That's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be operating it for you. I'm gonna be making it very compliant, very transparent, and I'm gonna make sure that I think one of the most important things is gonna make sure that all the profits are split between the company, obviously, and you guys as an ecosystem. You guys are gonna get half of it. So the goal is to give half of the profits of the exchange back to the community as the tree grows. One of the products that we have that is really exciting is the liquid staking, a really good percentage of yield there. And the top thing there in there is that you guys can get your money out anytime, not like any other exchange that you have to lock it up. I mean, your funds, you have to lock up your funds. Here you can just take them out anytime. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're gonna be managing risk, fund separation. Your funds are gonna be set aside and gonna be very conservative in the way we run things. Transparency first, that's one of the goals. And as we build Aurum, we want to build it for you. We want to make sure everything stays on the same roof. You guys trade, you guys make your investments, but you also bring them over, you buy your BTC, and you don't have to go anywhere else. And if you want to trade, you trade here, you do your futures, you do your staking, and then you use the Aurum card to spend your money. Ultra competitive fees, and as I said, the fees will go back to you. Thank you very much, guys. I hope I'm not taking too long, and yeah, thank you for the welcoming. Cheers.
Thank you, brother. It's exciting to be here with you. Can't wait to build this with you. I've been working with Leo for over 6 years, and I got to say he's one of the best operators that I've ever worked with. And so just can't be more thrilled to have him on board, have him as part of the team, and announce him. So without further ado, and I know we're running a little bit over time here, but I want to give this gentleman all the time he needs, because this is another person that I helped to recruit into the Aurum corporate team. And again, without further ado, I'd like to introduce our new network development officer, Mr. Shane Morand. Shane, it's great to see you. It was great to be here with you in Dubai at the event. Wonderful to meet your lovely wife, and just couldn't be more thrilled to be doing this alongside you, buddy. So I'll turn the mic over to you, and thank you, brother.
Thank you so much, Brian. I'm fired up, man. I'm excited. And I got to say, you know, Bryan Benson and Ahmad Zen and the entire corporate team that put that event on, I'm sure I'm with the 600 people that also qualified to be there. What a first-class event, number one. That was just absolutely phenomenal. I came to later find out that the hotel, the Palazzo Versace, is one of the top 10 hotels in all of Dubai, which is really amazing. So thank you so much for the again, first-class event, and really I'm excited. I'm excited to grow. As Brian has already been through this with his experience with Binance, he's seen a company go from nothing to billions and billions of dollars in a very short time, from on the technical side, and he was in the background doing all the complicated stuff. And at the same time, I've done the same on the networking side, where in 2008 I created a marketing concept and took a company from just two of us, just with an idea, no money, no financing, and we were able to, with a product, generate over $1 billion in combined sales in a short 5-year window, which is insane. But it didn't happen by accident, right? There's certain things that went into place on purpose to create that. In 55 countries around the world, 2.2 million families that have been impacted. And again, we're talking about an actual physical product that had to be licensed in every country and all the hassles that go along with that. And you know, take an order, ship that order to the person, make sure everyone was getting paid. But it was you know, amazing. So what I'm going to bring really, and I just want to remind everyone, I'm sure you've heard this many times, but you're going to hear it again, and you're going to hear it again over and over. And that is, I'm going to start off with the vision. What is the vision of Aurum? That was my first question. You know, hey, Bryan, what's your vision? And the answer is real simple. It's to create 1,000 new millionaires who are not millionaires right now. And because of the way Aurum is structured and because of the way Aurum is set up, it allows an average individual to get in with as little as $100 and start having their money work harder for them than they work for it. Right. So there's no seal. There's no, you know, limits. We don't have to leave anybody behind. So our mission, and my mission, I hope yours, is to help find those 1,000 volunteers who are hungry, who are teachable, to become one of the next 1,000 millionaires. Now, I don't have a camera on everyone, but seriously, play along with me. Put your hand up for real if you want to become one of those volunteers. If you'd like to volunteer to become one of Bryan's and one of Aurum's next 1,000 millionaires, or even put a one into the chat to see how many of the most 1,000 people who are in the room here. In order to do this, in order to accomplish this, we're going to need certain things put in place. And in order to build this floor, I mean, that's not the ceiling. The billion is when we say, okay, now we've launched, right? Now we've launched. The company, institutional side, is up and running, no problem. But the networking side has been in pre-launch, and already several millionaires have been created. But day one was on Saturday. All right, day one. So if you're here, if you're new, if you're just getting started, you could not pick a better place, right? Because we're just getting started. And so in order to create this $1 billion energy, this $1 billion movement, this 1,000 millionaires, we need a $1 billion concept. And we need to move to a big business model. I didn't say a complicated business model, a big business model. And so and I'm going to give you something, and I'm going to say it a couple times really quick. But if you have a pen and a piece of paper, I want you to write this down, because this is the strategy. This is what we're going to do to help create this flow that's going to move a bigger, better, faster, stronger. It's going to help you build a bigger, better, stronger team in less time. And that is this. If you have a pen, write this down. We're going to create a few simple actions. Okay, a few simple actions that can be duplicated by a large group of people. Okay, that can be duplicated by a large group of people over a consistent period of time. Meaning the actions that we're going to create are so simple that when people hear what these actions are, they're going to say, I could do that. I can do that. And I can keep doing it. I can keep doing it. I can keep doing it. Right. And I got to tell you, the question of the whole weekend that I heard, I'm always listening to questions, right? Always listening to questions. I believe it was by Tommy, if I'm not mistaken, but maybe I am. But it was this question is this, and I want you to write this question down. Are you happy with your bank? Right? Are you happy with your bank? Right? And I've asked that question since I've heard this to about a dozen people, and not one person said, yeah, I'm really happy with my bank, all right? And so that's a really simple, easy question to remember that anybody can ask, right? Anybody can ask and have fun with that. So what I'm going to do, and what we're going to be announcing very, very shortly here, is we're going to do a weekly call, and it's being called the Aurum Zone 1 call. And why are we calling it Zone 1? Because in Zone 1, that's where all the money is. All the money. So people say, where's the money? How do we make the money? Well, the money is in the product. So if someone just gets involved and they start using the bot, they're going to, as a customer, they're going to start earning an ROI as fast as 24 hours later. But I'm talking to you. You're probably on this call because you want to make big money. You want to become one of those millionaires. And how to do that in a shorter period of time is you want to stay in Zone 1. And the call that I'm going to be starting next week, we'll give you the details, just watch for it. It's called Aurum Zone 1, and it's where all the money is. If you want to know where the money is, if you want to know how to make the money, join that call and watch. And Bryan had mentioned something, but again, write this down, Aurum Flow. All right, we're going to take this concept concept of creating a few simple actions that can be duplicated by a large group of people over a consistent period of time. And we're going to use this amazing technology. Now, I didn't build the technology. This is Bryan and his genius team that put this together, right? But when I saw it, I went, oh my God, this is going to, again, it's going to be like a rabbit farm on a hormone diet. That's how quick you're going to grow your organization, right? And so again, we're in search of 1,000 new millionaires. We're looking for volunteers. And if you want to level up, I'm just going to leave you with this. Everyone needs to level up. If we want to hit that $1 billion quickly, we want to level up. Everyone's just got to step up a little bit more, be a little bit more hungry, be a little bit more teachable. When you see something that's working, jump in and start doing it, start taking those actions. But I want you to visualize just for a second, and don't put it in the chat, but write it down on a piece of paper or think about this number to yourself. And that is this: how much money do you expect to earn from Aurum by December 31st, 2026? So when this year is ended, do you have a number? Have you thought of it? Maybe for some people it's 1,000. For some people it's 10,000. Others are going to want to make 100,000 or even more. But what is your number? If you've ever thought about it, what would it be? Right? And I want you to think about that number. And just for a second, now double that number, whatever the number was. And if you're participating, you just went into shock, double that number, and now double it one more time. All right, now you've got a number, and that's your number. That's the number you want to focus on. And what we want to do is put the plan together for everyone, or the system together, so that whatever your number is, you can achieve it bigger, better, faster, and stronger. And so with that, I'm excited to be here. I can't wait. Watch for the announcement that's going to come out. It's called the Zone 1, Aurum Zone 1 call. And why is that? Because that's where the money is. That's where all the money is. All right. With that, thank you, Bryan. Thank you, Ahmed, for everything that you've done for this company. It's just amazing. I am impressed, and I'm also fired up to be here, and I can't wait to meet.
Welcome home, champ. Welcome home, champ. Rocket, rocket.
Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Shane. And I gotta say, that's an amazing, not only name for what you're going to do, but the way that it folds into what we've launched with the Aurum Flow. And we work on this long before we even knew Shane, right? And so I think it's just a testament to what we're building, that it has aligned perfectly. But there's one thing that you said that stuck with me there, and I gotta repeat it, man. You said like a rabbit farm on a hormone diet? Is that what you said?
When you just
good,
imagine
man.
how fast a rabbit farm, if you put them on a hormone diet, how fast those rabbits will duplicate, right? That's what I wanted. That's what I'm visualizing. That's what's going to happen. But in order to do that, we need the big business model. We need to keep it simple, and we need to not leave anybody behind. All right. And nobody gets left behind. And so I predict the big income earners. The big income earners are going to surprise. Maybe it's going to be a stay-at-home mom that she just stumbled. Someone asked her, "Hey, you happy with your bank?" And she just got started, followed the system. She's hungry. She's teachable. And I'm excited about what's going to, just like you with Binance, Bryan. I've seen this before, and I'm going, man, Aurum is set up perfectly. And it's day one was on Saturday. I'm fired up.
Well, it's contagious, and it even comes through the computer screen here at me. So thank you, brother. I appreciate it very much. And yeah, we have a lot of work to do, but it's an exciting time in the business. And so I think we all have such an amazing opportunity here. Let's take advantage of it. Let's do the very best we can. I couldn't be more excited after this weekend. I didn't sleep much, and my feet hurt from walking around, and my smile from about 47,000 selfies that I took. But I would take 47,000 more. That's how fired up I am. And so thank you to all of those of you that came up and said hello to me, that took the time to wait for me over there when I was talking to someone else. It really means a lot to me, because I am a people person. I am a man of the people, and I want to talk to every single one of you. I waited out in the lobby of the Palazzo Versace till there's no one else around to talk to, and then I decided to go to bed. So thank you. Also, I got to say a huge special shout out here. Ahmed, you did an amazing job bringing this team together, bringing this to the network, bringing this to the affiliate program. I just think that we all have to step back and give a round of applause and a thanks to Ahmed, because if it weren't for Ahmed, I wouldn't be here. Shane wouldn't be here. Leo wouldn't be here. All the people that you see in front of you wouldn't be here. And so, my brother, thank you. And I turn it over to you now.
Thank you. Once more again. This is what Aurum been built from the first day. This was the vision, having the best people at the best section, department. All these guys are filling the places properly. I'm super excited personally to listen and to get more knowledge from Shane, of course, from our amazing CEO. I'm excited for Leo for being handling our Aurum exchange. Before I leave you guys, I know this call is longer than usual because we had a lot of things to share. Guys, what Mr. Bryan shared, it was amazingly crazy. Our VCs, partnership, the RW, the real world asset. Guys, this is a whole new stage, a new era of Aurum Foundation. Okay? Just to repeat a few things again, please make sure you qualify to the third share pool bonus, which will be distributed in Maldives in the exclusive leadership event from 16 to 19 of April. And that's mean you need to be an Oracle and above before the end of February. Okay? Can't wait to see you next Wednesday. Can't wait to see you if you are available in Dubai. You know, it's always a pleasure having everyone here around. Okay? Let's make 2026 something really extraordinary. Thank you very much. Love you guys. Have a lovely evening.